Good morning, CIG family. Welcome to CIG Sunday Night Live, the edition for the 8th of May, 2022. My name is Simply Seton, your regular anchor on this show tonight, and I'm reporting live from the CIG studios. Our topic tonight says, in your best interest. And we've got a great man in the house today, a big fish. It was difficult all this while to track him down, but eventually, not that he was trying to avoid us, but because he's a very, very, very busy person. So he just had to do us the honor of coming this time. And you know, people that are loaded like this, we just need to grab enough we can grab from them. Now, I usually, when we have people like this, we would love to have part two. I only hope that the part two will not be long because we cannot have him in just space of 1 hour. And we'll be having DEMOLA ELUTILO, who is a fellow of the ICANN and CISA, and and also an ex-banker. We'll introduce him in due course very shortly. I'd like to do something that is not normal that we do tonight. And let me spotlight before I talk about anything. Now, these are some of our partners in Cameroon together. And this is Long Reach CIG family in Douala, Cameroon. Now, they just finished a presentation, a training session, but they decided to wait together in the hall so that they can join us in the meeting tonight together. So, bonjour, mademoiselle, bonjour, monsieur Imad Junior. Where is, Madame Michel. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Oh, ça va? Hi, everyone. Now, please, these participants, I will want one of them, Ima, if they can just tell us one or two things they've actually gained in your presentation today. And I'll give 2 minutes for that. Oh, we got a moseo. I thought everybody is mademoiselle except for Monotomo. Good though. Because women are taking power, taking charge of everything. Okay, good.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly.
Go ahead. Thank you so much. So we were we have a great opportunity to have Mr. Junior here with us, and we have learned so many beautiful things. Not only the compensation plan, the different products, actually, even like he was explaining us the component of the product, so that we can be able to present it to the people that we will in contact for the business. And also how to approach the people, also some of the books that are required that we must have read, like GoPro, many other stuff. I want to say a lot of things, the business of the 21st century. So many beautiful things. What I can do is that we are ready to do amazing things from here to the rest of the world. And thank you for the opportunity to speak this.
Wow, thank you. Now, it's not just the knowledge that is acquired, but it's the applied knowledge that will be expected of you to do. And we can see that you are coming up with a very formidable team. And maybe we'll be looking out for you on Sundays like this. Good to see you. And yes, you know, we had Michel Aburu one time, and I was even thinking, was it yesterday or this morning? That it's been a while we had the French class. So we'll be having the French class again shortly before the year runs out. So, and I guess I want to believe that one of you will come do the pad demo all the way from Cameroon. And that's one of our biggest demos. All right. Thank you so much for joining in. Sit back, get nuggets tonight, and you won't be able to sleep well with what you will get.
Thank you. Merci
Thank you. Merci. All right. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Cameroon. And so it is with some other persons on this call. We had the likes from the US, we have in Liberia, we have in Spain, we have in Qatar, we have in Grenada on this call tonight. Welcome, welcome everybody. So without further ado, we're gonna introduce our guest tonight in person of DEMOLA ELUTILO.
DEMOLA ELUTILO hails from Ile-Ife, Osun State, Nigeria. Graduated Best Accounting Student, Yabatech, and MSc Finance, LASSO. A Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, and also a prize winner. Has experiences acquired for more than 25 years of auditing, security, and control functions in banking and telecommunication environments, as well as professional accountancy practice, coupled with a specialized interest in information systems, audit, and assurance using specialized tools and technologies. He started his banking career with now defunct Credite Bank in 1994 before joining Zenith Bank PLC in January 1996. He rose through the ranks and was the pioneer head of its audit, revenue, assurance, and fraud management functions of the bank, a position he held for almost 20 years. He was also the first certified information systems auditor in the history of the bank. He left Zenith Bank in August 2020 as an assistant general manager to join Globalcom Limited, one of the foremost telecommunication providers in Nigeria. Currently, he has shared responsibility for managing the company's internal audit function, as well as coordinating its finance, accounts payable, revenue assurance, fraud management, legal, and regulatory functions. He heard about Longreach while in the UK in 2016, but became active in 2019 after verifying the efficacy of the company's products and its wealth plan. Since then to date, together with his wife, have been building a team code named Team Innovation from Innovation Center in Nigeria. Currently, a Diamond 4 partner with Longreach Bioscience International, and his wife is also a stockist. He joined Longreach to maintain a healthy lifestyle, achieve time freedom, and fulfill community social responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a rousing welcome to Mr. DEMOLA ELUTILO.
Yes, yeah. Let the chat keep popping up. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, boss. Simply Satan.
You can't imagine how elated.
Thank you.
How elated I am. How elated these people are to have made you to come to this platform tonight.
I wish I can avoid it, but I couldn't.
Thank you so much for honoring us. So our topic tonight says, in your best interest. And you want to relate that to the Long Beach business and all that. So you have the floor for the minutes you want to use, and we'll come back with the interactive session after your presentation. Is that okay, sir?
Thank you so much. Well, I think I will just do the presentation in 10, 15 minutes, if possible, because I'm not really too much into speaking as such. I think I really always prefer that what I do speaks for me. But since you have said that as you speak on this topic, I really have no choice than to, accept the honor. I want to start by really appreciating the entire CIG Sunday nightlife crew for the good work that you are doing. I must say that you've actually made this program to be a kind of a must look up to every Sunday night. And I think in the last 1.5 years, I'm not too sure if I've missed any edition of it. And that is because of the packaging, because of the delivery, and of course, because of the value that the entire crew is providing. I want to just say kudos and thumbs up. Let's keep it up.
Thank you so much, sir.
The leadership of CIG Global, from our Thursday, Emma Eduro, I want to really salute your leadership, how you've been coordinating the affairs of the team and ensuring that we're all in one spirit, pursuing one goal and working toward the same objective. I must say that one of the things that have actually endeared me more or less to the team, to CIG, is because of the person of our Thursday. I cannot but acknowledge the fact that he's playing a pivotal role to ensure that CIG is on upward swing. So thank you, sir, and with your wife, our Thursday, Emanuela Eduro, and the entire leadership of CIG Global for the good work that we are all doing. When I was contacted, I think was early this year, that I'll be taking this. In fact, my first reaction was a no. And the reason is not far-fetched. I'm not someone that is too much, more or less at home with so much publicity. I just like doing my own things and just, maintaining my lane. And but as God is going to have it, just towards the end of April, the crew came back again and said that, sir, you said April, May. April is already ending, and this is May. And I just thought through it. I said, after all, I look at the calibers of men and women who have been coming to this platform and the last couple of editions. And I realized that, look, if I want to even stand side by side with them, I'm not too sure I can even match them in any way. I said, well, for them to come back to me, I think I should consider it a very big honor and privilege, and I should not abuse it. And reluctantly, I agreed, and I said I'm going to be here. And well,
thank you.
So thank you so much. And coming to the topic that you gave me, you just put me on the line, because when I saw the topic in your best interest, I'm like, what kind of a topic is this? Those who know my background very well, they can relate with that topic, that mantra, in your best interest. And coincidentally, just through the time, immediately the flyer went out. I started getting calls from my colleagues in the bank saying that, why did you choose this mantra? How come this is your topic? A lot of people said a lot of things that they knew I'm the one that suggested the topic to the team. And I'm like, well, maybe simply Satan will clarify that. because really I never know how it came about the topic, how it came to reserve the topic for me. And I just felt that, well, there is something really that they really want to say, on that topic in your best interest. And I think it's very apt, really. It's very apt in the sense that in your best interest. When you said in your best interest, it's just simply saying that, look, this is for your benefit. This is for your advantage. This is for your own good. And more or less trying to say that, look, you are well covered here, and when I look at it, I said, yes, and truly, I can really say that I, as a person, that this has actually been in my best interest. Just like you've had in my profile, I heard of Long Reach in year 2016. I was in UK then for a training, and a colleague brought it to my attention. And I just look at it, I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. All I just said is, okay, fine, so how much? I can't remember the amount he mentioned to me then. I just transferred the money to his account, and when we got to Lagos, he gave me the products. And when I got home, I just gave the product to my wife, and God knows, I never knew what happened to that product till today. I wasn't interested. He added me to some, chat rooms, and they kept bombarding my phones with a lot of messages. At times I open it, over 200, over 300. And well, something kept me. Unlike me, that I would just exit and, just want to continue my life. I kept, I was in that chat room. When I see that the messages are so many, I will just open and close it, and it will just appear as maybe I've read without reading anything. I wasn't paying attention. But somehow, early 2019, I thought it's just a weekend. I don't know what exactly. Something just aroused my curiosity. And I just said, let me read through some of these messages and really understand what exactly they are saying. And I found out that some things I was reading, it started sounding like, I started getting interested that, look, what are they saying here? And from that day, I kept fit, and I was paying attention, I was reading, and I started gaining some understanding. And there and then, on my own, I started making inquiries, making some. If you understand my background very well, you know that it's okay to trust, but I'm someone that even though I tell you I trust, one thing you can be sure is that I will verify. Which of course is that's my training. So I did my own personal investigation, and I found out that yes and truly that everything that I was reading, I was saying that indeed they were actually true. And one Saturday, myself and my wife, we went to the head office, and coincidentally that day there was a training that was going on, and we joined it. And if I remember vividly that day, I think it's either Ibiok that was taking the floor or 3SD. I can't remember. But all I know is that since that day, I got so interested, and I'm like, this is something that I need to discover and more or less find out what it's all about. And I can tell you that since then, there has been no looking back. There has been no looking back. My interest in Long Reach, I would say that is in three folds. It's in three folds. One, I realized that over the years, so like I said, it's in three folds. One is to maintain healthy lifestyle, because I realized that as one is advancing in age, making progress in every sphere of life, we flog our bodies, but we don't maintain it. And whether you like it or not, once you cross 35, going to 40, getting to 50, if you want to deceive yourself, that you will say that you are not seeing the telltale signs in your body. So for me, that was the first interest to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And secondly, and which of course is equally important, is the fact that I look at, the kind of work I do. I work more in technology environments, and I use IT. I mean, to do a lot of the work that I do. But one thing that I wasn't really quite, I won't say I wasn't good at it, but I wasn't just too much, so much interest is the social media. And it's just because of my perception in terms of the negative use and antics and all the vices that you see coming from there. And I at some point, as I was thinking, I said, look, you can't be working in a technology environment and you'll be averse to the use of social media. And I started asking myself that, how can I be fully engaged? I mean, I've had the Facebook account for more than 6 years. The only thing you can see there is just my profile picture. I don't think there was ever anything there, 2017, 2018, But this happened at the time that I was thinking that, how do I really more or less make social media to a profitable use? And when I came to Longbridge, I realized that it's a business that's fully online. And from that moment, I just realized that there is nothing else. I mean, for me, I found what I can actually find. I mean, I use to engage myself on social media. And for those who, more or less have been conversant with my activities, either on Facebook, on WhatsApp, or LinkedIn, you realize that it's nothing else other than. So for me, it's actually, I would say that I took it like an hobby, but now it's developed a kind of a passion. That's something that is a must do on a daily basis. And of course, the third reason is for me is just to give back to society. I look around me and I realize that we cannot, close our eyes to the needs around us. People that may not be as privileged as we are, that somehow we must find a means of giving back to society. And I asked myself, I said, well, I'm not a rich man. I don't really have much in terms of giving back, but from the little that I have, and saying that this is a team of like minds pulling hands together, pulling resources together, that it need not only be just about me, myself, and I. We can actually join hands with like-minded people and ensure that we reach out, to our immediate communities, reach out to people who are not as privileged as we are, and ensure that at least we put some level of smile in their faces. So, so if you ask me that what is in my best interest as far as our Longbridge is concerned, I would say that these are the three dimensions of why I consider why Longbridge has been in my best interest. And I think the same thing we apply to everyone, because ultimately, whether you agree with my positions or not, ultimately there is something that we all we aspire or desire, which is financial freedom and time freedom. And ultimately, I know that that is there's no one who can deny the fact that yes, they should, at some point in their life, be financially free in terms of being able to do things without thinking too much in terms of financial constraints. And of course, the use of your time. One thing I've realized is that you don't know the value of your time until it is not there for you to decide how to use it. But the moment you have the capacity to decide when to go out or when to come in, where to go and where not to go, I'm telling you, that is when you understand ultimately the power of time freedom. So I think that this applies to everyone in terms of whatsoever your disposition or whatever side of the divide that you belong to, that financial freedom, time freedom is ultimately important to everyone. So coming back to the topic, in your best interest, like I've said, is actually in the best interest of every one of us to actually give this opportunity a chance, to give it a consideration, because you know, in my language, as Yoruba man, they will say that if you say because of you don't want your eyes to see maybe evil or wickedness, and because of that you go blind, when good will be passing, you may actually not be able to see it. Okay, so just by way of introduction, I may not be able to go through these slides one by one, but like I've said in my intro, in your best interest is for your own good, it's for your own sake, and it's doing you a favor. And it's like saying you can't get it better elsewhere, you know, and it reflects a kind of a positive a mindset, which of course speak of genuine concern for the good of others. The scripture says we should love neighbors just the same way we love ourselves. So when we say it's in your best interest, it's just simply saying that, look, there's nothing is good for you to actually love yourselves. So it speaks of togetherness. It speaks of having one mind, one focus, one spirit, being able to work as a team, pursuing one goal. And of course, we all know that the team that stays together and work together, that's the team that grows together and also win together. I will be looking at this in your best interest. I will be taking it from some perspectives for us to really be able to see why it is actually in your best interest what we are discussing tonight. One thing I want to say that is in your best interest is that we should live and feed your passion. It's in your best interest to do so. It's in your best interest to live your passion. It's your best interest to pursue your passion. It's your best interest to feed your passion. Because if you don't live your passion, someone else is going to definitely hire you to live theirs for them. Okay, and that for so many of us, we discover our passion in life. We discover it so early. For some, it comes much more later. But you see, it is not the time that you discover it that matter. It is what you do with it at the time that you discover it. Okay, so so if you have not, there's no time that is too late to feed your emotions with the right content. The timing of your revelation signals the timing for your revolution. I mean, it's just simply saying that the time you decide to wake up, that is when you're undone. That's when your day, that's when it begins. And it's in your best interest to see to it that whatsoever that uplifts your spirit, you get addicted to it. You feed your passion. And it's also in your best interest too to think differently. Before, I used to think that when someone is a bit odd, that maybe something might be wrong. But I've actually realized that being odd is actually, in most instances, could be an advantage. And I can cite instances of that using my own, career journey as an example. I started something way back in the early 20s, which I would say that nobody actually gave me a chance. In fact, I remember very well then that one of the bosses I have then, you know, just to make a kind of a, I call it kind of a jest and saying that, oh, what is IT audit? Who knows about it? You know, does it have a future? Do you think that it's going to be accepted in this environment? And but I kept on, and before you know it, the entire world today has gone digital, and I would say that I happen to be one of the few pioneers, in terms of when it comes to IT audit, security, and control, especially in the banking sector in Nigeria is concerned. Because at the time I started, I'm not too sure we're up to 5, across the entire country. But today, even before I left the bank, my colleagues who have taken up this same certification with me was over 200, and was because I actually more or less set the pace for them. So there's nothing odd thinking differently. It was Steve Jobs that said those who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are actually the ones that actually do so. If you think that you can change the world, you realize that it's just a matter of time for you to actually be able to do so. So it's not good to be stereotyped or to be comfortable or to be accustomed to a comfort zone, because a comfort zone is actually a danger zone. Okay, we shouldn't be too comfortable to the point that we ignore changes that happen around us. We should be open to possibilities. It is in your best interest. It is in your best interest to be futuristic in thinking, to fast forward your future. How do you fast forward your future? You fast forward your future by planning. Because when you plan, what you are basically just doing is to say that you are bringing the future to the present, so that you can begin to take actions on what that future actually portends. Okay, so we should be able to think differently. We should be adaptive to change. Otherwise, change will be forced on us. If anyone wants an easy life, if you want your life to be easy, then you must strive to do hard things when you can, because a time will come when you'll not be able to. But if you want your life to be hard, then do easy things. Okay, like I've said, we all want freedom, but the point is, it comes with responsibility. Okay, and if every other person is deceiving you, I'm quite sure that you should not deceive yourself. The third point, in terms of what is in your best interest, that I really want to say, please start move on. It's also in your best interest to have to do and not to do. One thing I will say is that if the one way to know if a man is growing or it's not growing is to look at what is to-do list, what they are, and is to not to-do list, what they have. If what matters to you 10, 15 years ago are still the same thing that matters to you today, I will simply tell you that something is wrong. It might just be that you are adding years to your life without life being added to your years. Because the two, they look alike. The two are important, but they are not the same. It is one thing for you to be adding years to your life. It's another thing to be adding to life to your years. Okay, and like I've said, if the things that used to matters to you 5, 10 years ago are still the same thing, you don't have things that before they are your aspirations, but now they are like already in your kitchen, and you are looking forward to new things, to higher things. It might just simply mean that you really need to actually check yourself. You must let go of the old wine to let in the new wine. So what to let go are those things not to do, and what to let in are those new things that you need to begin to do. Because as you grow, one grows in life, there are things that you must begin to put behind, and there are some new things that must begin to look forward to. And there is this quadrant, I call it quadrant of self-discovery and rediscovery. So in that quadrant, you'll find things you need to start, you'll find things that you need to eliminate, you'll find things that you need to recreate, and you'll find things that you need to reduce. Okay, so the things to start and the things to recreate are your to-dos. The things to eliminate and the things to reduce are your not to do. Okay, so it's also in your best interest that you live life. and live it to the full and make peace with yourself. One thing I know is that as a leader, especially for those of us who have found ourselves in leadership positions, and that is the fact that you cannot lead when you are not at peace with yourself or living life from the positive side. Otherwise, you just become a kind of a bad influence, whereas you are meant to actually provide, the positive influence to the people that you are leading. So you can't lead when you are not at peace with yourself or when you are not living life from a positive side. A positive mindset creates an infectious lifestyle that does not exaggerate its perceived shortcomings and weaknesses. So many times we ask ourselves and we look at ourselves and we dwell too much on the things that we have not become, are forgetting those things that we have already achieved. It's just a natural human tendency to focus more on those things that we don't have and ignore the things that God has bestowed on us. And so because of that, we don't live life. We don't live it well. We don't live it good. And we continue to look forward, to a certain time in the future when we'll begin to live the good life. I want to tell us tonight that the right time to begin to live a good life is now. And the time to begin to make peace with yourself is now. Because when you are looking down at yourself and you think that you've not achieved much or you've not gone too far in life, I want you to remember that there's somebody there who is looking up to you as an inspiration and who is praying that where you are, that he or she, how they wish they can be there. Okay, so for every one reason for you to want to feel moody, remember there are more than two reasons why you should be grateful. Okay, and like I've said, you cannot be at peace with yourself when you are at war with others. So it's in your best interest to ensure that we live life and make peace, with ourselves. Because so many times, because we think that there is one good life somewhere, because of that, we deny ourselves the benefit of the moment. And before you know it, this fortune that you are looking for has taken away the smile that you should have. And when that fortune eventually comes, you might just realize that that smile is no longer there. So a long life may not necessarily be a good life, but a good life, even if it's short, its impact will last longer. So live life. Let's live good life. Let's live peaceably. Let's indulge ourselves if you have to. It is in your best interest. And of course, it adds to your productivity and self-fulfillment. Let's quickly go through the one or two of the other areas where I think that it's also your best interest to begin to focus on yourself and be sure that you become a better version of yourself. And I call this one that it's your best interest to accept criticisms. I know that it's for quite, so many of us, even including myself, it's always very difficult for us to accept criticisms, especially when it's coming from unfamiliar quarters. It's coming from people that maybe they are not in our circle, people that we consider to be maybe our opponents, or people that we consider that they never have any good intentions or good feelings around us, about us. And so because of that, we always want to surround ourselves with people that we believe with their loved ones, their friends, family members. But to see the reality, the truth, and the experience have shown that people who are very close to you, your friends, your relations, your loved ones, if at all they want to tell you the bitter truth, at times you will see them, they will try to put it, they will try to color it, they will try to more or less make it look good, But at times, for us to actually see the other side, for us to actually be able to do a 360-degree, appraisal of ourselves, you need honest feedback, honest criticisms, people that can look at you and tell you things that you are not doing right, and at your own time, you can actually sit back, reflect on those things, and begin to make corrections where you actually need to make them. Because of our time, let's quickly move on to the one or two more before I actually round up for discipline. Next slide. And of course, this last one, I'm saying to us that it is in our best interest to beware of self-adulation. What is self-adulation? Self-adulation is when you begin to think more highly of yourself than you ought to think. When you begin to overestimate your status or your achievements. To self-appreciate is good, it's fine, it's positive, but there's always a very thin line between self-appreciation and self-adulation. And that thin line is pride. The thin line is pride. It's almost invisible. If care is not taken, you might think that what you are doing is to appreciate yourself. Appreciate yourself for the mileage, for the milestones, for the achievements. After all, we always say that no one can blow a trumpet more than ourselves. But the point is, you must beware of self-adulation. A friend of mine told me a story of that happened, I think, in a particular school. These undergraduates who just finished their, I think, an exam, and from campus they were going to town or something like that. And because there wasn't enough space in the bus, some of them have to stand and some sat. And there was this guy who thought within himself and said that after all, he's a final year student. Why should some jambites, should be sitting down while he's standing? And he started harassing, students who are sitting down, asking them to stand up. And because none of them was obliging him, he got to a point, they has to face one particular lady who, from his own assessment of her, I think that she must be a jambite, she must be, fresh in school, and told her and said that, don't you know how to respect or or recognize final year students? Don't you know that we have paid our dues, and when we enter a bus, you stand up for us to sit down, and you will stand. And this lady just kept cool, with all the harassment and everything. And it got to a point, this guy started, to prove his point that this lady must actually be a jambite. So he asked her to bring out her ID card. And at that point, a lot of people are already feeling somehow that why going to this extent? And the lady didn't say anything. And when he kept on insisting, on saying the lady's ID card, just to prove that the lady must be a jambite, the lady just quietly just opened her bag and brought out, her ID card. And lo and behold, she was a copper. She was a copper. And at that point, this guy, you can imagine what happened to him. He was completely deflated. He went cold, and that is what self-adulation can do, to a man. You don't need too many words to prove a point that has been made. And that is the fact. You don't need, I hear people saying, you don't know me. You've not heard about me. The one that's owned this place. It's only a point that has not been made. That is the one that you speak too many words, to prove. A point that has been made, you don't really need to speak too many words to actually prove it. So thank you so much. Those are the things that I think I want to share with us, that look is in your best interest, that you actually give these tips, give them a thought, and I'm quite sure that all of us will be on our way to achieving our desired goals and aspirations. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wow. This is so amazing that when you started, I'm like, yes, we don't enter them this night. We hear. Because you said you don't give too much words and all that. And your preamble alone was a presentation. That is what I have seen over the years on this platform. For those that say we don't know how to talk, or we don't know how to market, or I'm an introvert, or all these people are around. But you see them, I can remember the edition with Priska Eke. And I said, you said you were an introvert and this and that. What made you to, she said, well, she has to open her mouth now when the money started coming. You understand? And at first you said you don't like, you had no interest in the business, but in the process, you saw yourself coming up and you try to read and you pick interest in it. And that has actually, maybe that has actually made you to now be a lecturer. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We can see the chat popping up. Even though you are saying it gently, it was hitting. Yeah, it was just one blow become like this. And it makes look so simple as if, thank you so much. That was really profound. Just in a few minutes. Now, you've talked about your experience coming on board and all that. Now, what is just that drive? What is that drive that is giving you, that is pushing you to this extent? You are a very busy person, and you do this business like, how will I put it? Not with noise, but you are making progress with the business. That is the long reach network marketing business. I just want to know, maybe your former colleagues or even your family or your children will say, what is wrong with it? Why can't this man be going into network marketing? So what is that drive that is keeping you, sir?
Well, thank you so much. Well, if anybody have told me I'm going to find myself here, I would have said it's not possible. But never say never. That's what experience have told me in life. Never say never. Well, for me, I've come to understand the business angle of it. But I would say that first and foremost, it is more of the passion. The passion to drive something that I've come to believe in. So I think that that's, I mean, on a daily basis, if I've not, I may make one or two posts, it's like my day is not complete. And I always struggle, in between to ensure that I juggle my time, to maintain a kind of a balance. So when you get to the point that you have a very big why, I think that big why will continue to be the fuel that more or less, drive your passion and ensure that you keep going. I've told myself that even if it means that I'm the only one that will be driving a long reach business, or driving the awareness, creating the opportunities that is not going to discourage me. In fact, I don't even remember or count it, to be anything that, it seems as if maybe others are not joining you, people are not joining you, you are the only one that is like doing this. Because for me, it has actually become a passion. Okay, and I think that's just it.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. So you actually said your wife tried to take the products at first. You didn't even know what happened and all that. So in that moment that you started using the products, what were those benefits you derived from those products? And I know we use a lot of products on daily basis. Like for myself, I use up to 16 at times. It all depends. If my supplements are complete, I come to like 18 on a day with long reach products. So those ones you've used, how have they been of benefit to you? And can you just mention like 5 of them, sir?
Wow. Well, I think the products have been quite beneficial. I use average of between 12, 14 products on daily basis, starting from the toothpaste to the bamboo soap to the SOD cream, rejuvenating cream, to the Picop, Artro, calcium, berry oil, the mouth freshener, the pellant, the coffee or the teas. These are things I take on a daily basis. I mean, I'm not even talking of the energy pot, which of course my wife uses at home. I can say that there have been a tremendous improvement. In my intro, I said something about, as we advance in age, I say, want to deceive yourself, your head, you start noticing, and if you don't begin to take, actions at that moment, you are just building up, something that is going to have some consequence maybe later in life. But I can say that some of those signs that I was seeing then, I mean, those who know me very well knows that I work very long hours on a daily basis, between 14 to 16 hours, just active, working. And I remember, I mean, then times I feel tired, some sort of depression, But these days, since I've started taking the Atro, the berry oil, the calcium, it's just now that the cordyceps militaris is the viscous. That's when I'm not using it. With my Picop, honestly, I'm good to go. I don't feel tired, so active, so mobile. And people ask me that men use panty liners. I said, if you know what the panty liner does, you will not ask me whether men use panty liner. I mean, these are things that I can tell you that it has more or less improved my edge. And I mean, since I started using the bamboo soap, the SOD cream, rejuvenating cream, I've had comments. I'm not someone that is used to so much cosmetics before, and even up to today, I mean, I'm not used to it. I mean, beyond my head, beyond my face, and possibly maybe my palms. I don't think I actually do beyond that. But I've seen people telling me and saying that, sir, what do you use? What product are you using? What kind of cream and things like that? Someone tells me and said that your palm is so soft, this and this. And I said, well, I mean, I don't have any cream. I mean, before long reach, I can't say I have any cream that I use anyway. But at least for now, I can tell you, I use the hand cream, I use the salt cream, I use the rejuvenating cream, and these are things that have really helped, in terms of since I started using the bamboo soap more than 3 years ago. I don't think I've used any other cream, I mean, any other soap since then. I mean, it's not possible. Okay, and I'm quite sure that with the product availability, I mean, there are still so many more. I mean, like this vintage wine that you just showed now. I mean, I'm looking forward to the time that I will get enough quantity and more or less begin to actually use it too on a regular basis. Okay, so so that is I mean, this coffee, I don't miss it. I mean, I remember there was a time I couldn't get it for like a month. I mean, it wasn't an experience I want to repeat it. But now I think I have more than enough quantity that can last even for the rest of the year. Okay, so the products are just fantastic. I may not be able to say in terms of this or that, but
for the coffee, sir, before you go too far, I will pay you a visit. Since you have the one that can last you for the year.
No, it's okay, not the problem.
I'll pay you a visit, and I'll pay Bishop to visit.
Okay. not the problem. You are welcome.
Wow. Thank you so much. It shows that you are a product of your product. Now, you talk about work. Now, what will be your advice for those that are just bent on salaries, that is salary jobs, and they have commitment to do and all that. And you still do your work, you still get earn salary. Now, what would be your own advice, or what's your take of being a salary earner and an entrepreneur?
Well, you see, my advice is just very simple. Everyone should know what is good for himself or for herself, and just pursue it. That's what I'll just say. I mean, know what is good for you and pursue it. I know some, have this misgiving that network marketing, or when will it be, for how long, and things like that. But what they don't realize is the fact that, look, even when you are pursuing a career, salary job, working somewhere, before you know it, you spend 10, 15, 20 years. And if you spend that 10, 15, 20 years to build something for yourself, I'm quite sure if you are not lazy, if you are hardworking with God on your side, I'm quite sure you won't be where you used to be. So that is just what I will just simply say. Let everybody take their destiny to their hands. If you just leave your future into the hand of someone and you're expecting maybe at some point some golden manners will fall from heaven, well, you might be lucky that they fall for you, but if you are not, well, I hope you won't come back to come and regret. But one thing I know is that, at times, some decisions that you ought to take now, if you don't take it now, it might be too late for you to take it in 5, 10 years to come. Okay, so I would just simply say, make hay while the sun shines.
Wow, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I wish we could go on, but because our time is fast spent, your teaching is actually loaded. It's what anybody can go back to read, to listen to, and get more nuggets. For that, log on to YouTube, Longbridge CIG, subscribe and click on the notification button so that you can get more of our videos when they are uploaded. Thank you so much, Mr. Demola ELUTILO. We don't take your comment for granted. And like I said at the beginning, please prepare for part 2. Usually, I know it was Elder Gilbert that said that I like to set people up. It is good I set you up publicly now. So when I come back, people will not say I did not make mention of it. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
1 second, I want a leader to come up to appreciate our guest for tonight before we call it a wrap. All right, just want to flip through with an entry level so that we just get acquainted with it the more. So if you're on this call and you are wondering what are they saying, is it true that they make money on this? Well, we are living testimonies. We are living testimonies, and these are ways you can earn on board this Longbridge platform. The retail profit, your first startup bonus, performance, development, leadership, you have repeat, travel bonus, car bonus, house, and education and scholarships. These are for different levels, but you can do this by your own determination and vigor to succeed in this business. For the Nigeria entry levels, you have like 5 entry levels. The starter pack, which is like a student pack, is just for affordability. That is for like 14,000, which is fixed, and you have 4 PVs to come on board that. For Q Silver, which is 60 PV, plus or minus 45,000 Naira, you select your products yourself, except for the starter combo. Longbridge does not impose any product on you when you are doing your registration. And in the process, your registration is free. And for Q Silver, you have 8% bonus to do, plus 10% performance, depending on what you do every week. Silver is 120 PV, plus or minus 90,000. Gold is 240 PV, plus or minus 180,000 with 10% bonus. White silver is 8%. You have platinum, which is 720, and the figure for the amount is there. The VIP, which is the best place to be. And I realized after becoming a VIP a few years back, and I realized that it is true what these SDs have been preaching. Being a VIP and doing your maintenance on a regular basis gives you just see the alert pop up and you'll be wondering, who is disturbing me? You know, when you have alerts on 2 different occasions in the same day, then you know what a VIP level can be. And you get 12% and 1% global sales. Longbridge is not putting you under any pressure to bring 1 million, but they are not saying if you bring the 1 million persons, they will not take them. It's just like maximum of 3 legs you have for yourself. You are not going to have more than 3 persons under you. But the 3 can go by 3, can go by 3, can go by 3, can go by 3, from 3 to 9 to 27 to 81 to 250. So just continue to grow like that. So the PVs are the same all over the world, but the amount or the cost is just different. The same bonuses, the same process, no time frame, but you can do it at your own pace by running. Somebody we spoke with is in Cameroon today now. Tomorrow you'll be in Port Harcourt, you'll be in somewhere else. So it all depends on what you want. And these are just for the other countries, that one for the UK, the US, and we have for several of our countries. Longbridge is represented in over 184 countries. So do yourself good by coming on board this platform, and let's enjoy good health together and wealth. Thank you very much. I remain simply Seton. So I call on the 3SD, the author of the book Made in Worry, is the chief servant of CIG, and he's been an inspiration to many of us over the years. This is a man that has taken upon himself to come daily to speak to people, to encourage, to teach in diverse areas. You might not even imagine what it comes up next. So, and it's someone I respect so much. He's humble and he's a servant leader. I've been able to, at least the connection we've had, well, today is not his day, so don't let me say too much of accolades. Welcome, 3SD, Ima Eduro.
Thank you very much, Simply Seton. First and foremost, for those of you that are still on this call, I want to tell you something about dignity in labor and humility. It goes a long way to portray the characters and attitude that we have inside of us. DEMOLA ELUTILO is not somebody to be toyed with because of his achievements in life. He has achieved so much, you know, and with somebody that is a fellow in ICANN, chartered accountants, we know what that means, or accountants. Now, he is somebody that I've taken it upon himself. I heard what he said and said, even though nobody is promoting Longbridge, I will not stop, which means his consistency will do what? Will make a great difference, very great difference. Now, I thank you so much, sir, for what you did by honoring the invitation and coming to give out more knowledge to people that are doing this business. For those of you who are following this business, coming to learn week in, week out, there is a reward. Don't give up. There is a reward. I can assure you that. I posted something last night on social media. Nothing is free. No risk, no reward. No discipline, no results. No sacrifice, no opportunity. No pain, no gain. No trust, no friendship. This is actually something Warren Buffett reposted from someone else. Now, it's something very similar. I just have to do another, re-summarize it. Now, there's a whole lot happening, but I am happy we have been able to navigate out of the storm, and we are now moving towards the shore and going to the major road. The business is taking another super lift while the company is trying to clear back orders and make things right. Although there is still lockdown in China, we are not expecting those supplements that are coming from China, except the ones that are being produced here in Nigeria. I want to tell all of us something here. Those of you that are pushing this business, push with focus. Ensure there is an activity. You heard him say, any day he does not post something, he struggles between himself, which means it is now an obligation for him. He knows where he's going. The longer you stay in something, that is when you get recognition. That is where you learn more about what you are doing. And that is where result is definitely bound. People have done business. People are doing their business for the past 25 years and they have not shifted posts. They are still where they are. You cannot do network marketing for 25 years and remain in one place if you put in your all, like he said. So let us learn from these different speakers. Put these things into action. It will bring out the difference in what you are doing. And the difference is going to be result rewarded. So I urge each and every leader that is in this call, do well to carry your team members along. Keep the communication line open with your team members. Ensure the bonding is there. With that, you are sure you will definitely achieve in this platform. I keep telling you people, achievement is the platform. It's not by qualifying for car. It's not by qualifying for trip. It's by earning weekly and enjoying good health. Because if you earn weekly, you can save money to buy car. You can save money to go on vacation. So all those other things are not things that should bother you. What should bother you is how many people can I introduce to be using this product on a monthly basis so that my team can expand, my team can grow. So I advise each and everyone that is on this call, ignore what others are saying. I posted something else about consistency, that consistency is all about you. When you are consistent, people don't clap for you because you don't have result to show. So at that point, you clap for yourself. You have to be your own fan. So don't expect people to come and clap for you when you are still, consistently pursuing your dream and no results. So you clap for yourself, encourage yourself, and move forward. That is what we are talking about here. Allow nobody to kill your dreams. Allow nobody to steal your dreams, not even your upline, not your sideline, not your director, not the MD. Let your vision push you towards where you want to be. I thank you, Simply Seton. I thank you, Mrs. Ibiok, and every other person that has participated in this call. May God continue to show you mercy at the point of achievement. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you so much, Thursday. Thank you so much. And once again, we say thank you to our guest, Mr. DEMOLA ELUTILO. We don't take your comment for granted at all. Thank you so much for impacting knowledge in us. For those on this call, on Wednesdays, we have our product expose, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Nigerian time. We're anchored by Dorcas and our team. You can join in with us to learn more about products. And the series that we've been doing, we've done about cancer, we've done about heart, and you know what you want to expect again this Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining us, and see you again next week.